Hey there! Monday.com stock options are very valuable, and being granted with them is exciting. In fact, we're so excited that we can't stop talking about it. So here's your chance to know everything there is about the latest grant. Well, for starters, what are shares? A share, or stock, is a small piece of Monday.com that investors, or employees in our case, can own. Okay, got it. And what are options? An option is basically the opportunity Monday gives its employees to buy shares in the future. Once employees decide they want to exercise their options, assuming it is vested and can be exercised already, it will become a share of Monday.com following the payment of the predetermined exercise price. About that lockup period thing. When does it end and what will change once it does? The lockup period ends around 180 days from the IPO. Why do we even need it? Well, it helps ensure that the market won't be flooded with too many shares right on IPO, a flood that will harm the share price. Anyway, we'll make sure to notify you as soon as we get close to the end of lockup period. Once it ends, all shares currently held by shareholders and employees can be traded freely on the open market. That's great, but how do I sell my shares? Well, after the IPO, shares purchased by the exercise of options will be held by a global equity plans administration service provider, and you can sell them by giving a direct sell order. By the way, if you want, transferring the shares to your own personal brokerage is always an option. Do I need to do something when the lockup period ends? No, there's actually no need for you to take any action. So after the IPO, can I exercise my stock options? If you have stock options that can be exercised, you don't need to wait for the IPO. Once you've entered into an option agreement at Monday.com, the terms, including the exercise price, are set and will not change following the IPO. So, once vested, you can exercise your options whenever you want, regardless of the IPO. In addition, post-IPO, you will be able to do a cashless exercise, also known as same-day sale, or SDS. It will allow you to sell your exercisable stock options and seamlessly exercise them at the same time. Can I sell the shares I hold from a pre-IPO exercise? After the IPO and the end of the lockup period, shares of Monday.com will be tradable on the open market. So that's a yes. What if I'm no longer working at Monday.com? Other than being extremely sad, what will happen to my options? Well, once you leave Monday, you'll have a period of 3 months to exercise any options that might have vested during that time since you've left. Once you've exercised them into shares, they are yours forever. Can I buy Monday.com shares not connected to my options? Yep, you can buy and sell Monday.com shares like any other investor. However, as an employee, you're considered an insider, so you'll have some limitations on how and when you can trade your Monday.com shares. What's the meaning of those limitations? There will be periods in which employees won't be allowed to trade Monday.com shares. We'll make sure to notify you before such periods. You'll hear more about it in our next session on insider trading policy, so stay tuned. We hope this video was helpful and answered most of your questions. If it did, don't forget, you have the option to share. You know, because shares. Oh, never mind.